Over 3 decades, Keith Dambrot and his Akron Zips showed their resilience, they showed their toughness, and they showed you why. They've got the nation's longest win streak, having won 19 in a row now, with a very difficult to come by 88-81 overtime win over Ohio. Michael Reghi alongside Dave Sacuti. Ohio's Bobcats played well enough to win tonight, David. They certainly did. In the first half, they had a 29-4 run. Akron was down by 11. Many in this building thought maybe Akron's ready to back up and go away. Keith Dambrot's ball club did anything but in the second half.
Well, I think Ohio played very, very well. No question about that. But if you're going to beat the best team in this conference, you got to out-scrap them for 40, in this case, 45 minutes of basketball. You have to get after them. You can't have any lapses. A couple lapses there in the second half I thought cost Ohio a little bit, but you're right. Let's give Akron all the credit in the world. They're one of the top teams in the country. They're our top team in this Mid-American Conference, and they got some superlative play, especially out of a freshman here this evening.
Yeah, they did. All right, Ohio's up by 18 in the first half, the 11 at halftime, and then Jake Kretzer started to catch fire.
Well, those two back-to-backs right there were killers for Akron. And then you look at Keeley. He took over here a couple possessions and made it go strong to the basket.
That was number 5 on Zeke Marshall, fouled him out. Now watch John Smith, 7/10 left, big stick back off and off and missed, tied it up going OT. And then in overtime, it was Akron that, David, we thought they got their first couple of stops on the defensive end and a couple of free throws, got the quick bucket from Treadwell, and we're up 4, and they never looked back.
Well, I think physically in that overtime session, I thought Akron really came out and showed their aggressiveness and the intensity that they always play with. They didn't back down in that overtime period. Sometimes you get a little lax in that extra session. Didn't happen tonight. The Zips came out, played well in that overtime session, walk away with a big win out of this tough building too, and you know that.
Akron's 23-4. They've won a best 19 in a row in the nation, and 13-0 in MAC play, and Demetrius Treadwell was absolutely scintillating tonight.
Well, that's what you want out of one of your star players. We talk about the key players for the Zips, but they found their third star tonight in Demetrius Treadwell. What he did around the basket and his emotion was an emotional lift for the Akron Zips.
Tell you what, when you shoot 52% in the second half at 51% overall, hit 9 threes, and they remember they were way down in the rebounding story, and they got that turned around in the second half. So this is a quality win, and let's hope that everybody around the nation, and rightfully so, they were ranked 24th this week. Now they got to go to Buffalo on Saturday night. That's not going to be easy, but if they keep winning, I've got a feeling that everybody will know that it's time to make sure the recognition is there for Keith Dambrot and his basketball team.
Well, this is one of those games on your schedule you look at. Another one, as you mentioned, is coming up at Buffalo, but this is the one I'm sure had them the heart rate a little bit higher here coming into the Convocation Center here this evening.
Yeah, no question about that. And Akron, again, 13-0 for the first time ever in the history of the Mid-American Conference in conference play. All right, on Saturday, we got a big doubleheader for you. DJ Cooper and the Ohio Bobcats got to go on the road to see Austin Calhoun, Jordan Crawford, and all of the Bowling Green Falcons. Can Ohio bounce back? Mike Cairns and Jackie Winden will have that for you at noon. And then David and yours truly and all of our crew are heading to Alumni Arena. You know, on Saturday nights, David, that place is rolling in the University at Buffalo, where Demetrius Treadwell is going to have to deal with Javon McCray, and we'll see if Akron can stretch the win streak to 20 on the road at Buffalo.
Well, you know McCray's a tough guard, and you know they'll be ready when we get to Buffalo on Saturday evening, Michael.
It wasn't easy tonight, but Keith Dambrot and Akron have a nation's best 19-game win streak still rolling. They use overtime to beat Ohio's very tough Bobcats. 88-81 the final. For all of our crew, for Dave Sacuti, I'm Michael Reghi. Akron a winner, 19 straight. With that, we send it back to you in our SportsTime Ohio studios in downtown Cleveland.
All right, here's the standings. MAC East basketball standings. Akron atop at 13-0, like we showed you earlier. Miami, a loser to Bowling Green tonight, 52-44. BG now 6-7 in the conference. And Kent State, a winner in overtime, 83-81 against Buffalo. So Kent now 6-7 in the conference with the tournament basically right around the corner. We go to the West, and it's Western Michigan atop at 9-4. They were a winner tonight in a close one over the Rockets. Big game, 65-62. They win. Eastern Michigan also a winner over Northern Illinois, 53-41. All right.